Alright, welcome to my Let's Play of Big Rigs Over the Road Racing. So, I hope this will be my first time recording with a full screen, so I hope this works. And yet at the same time, I really don't, because if it works the first time, then I gotta keep doing them. Okay, so we're gonna go to Custom Race. We are going to, there's 4 cars, 5 stages. We're gonna play each stage, 1 car per stage, and then the last one I'm gonna pick whichever car I like the most. So we're going to do 1 to 1, 2 to 2, so on. So the first stage is called Devil Passage. Devil Passage. Devil's Passage might make sense, but whatever. So the loading screen is a race car and a checkered flag. Why there's a race car, I don't know. I don't care. It's out of place because it's a racing game for trucks. So yeah. I can't even say anything funny about that. It's just stupid. Anyway, there's a long loading screen. Here we go. So, ready. It just says ready. It doesn't say start or anything. It just says ready. And we can just sit here and do nothing for like forever. Okay, so let's first talk about the game mechanics before we start the game. If you move forward, then you decelerate at normal pace when you stop holding forward. If you hit back, then you slow down faster. If you back up, however, then you always go at a constant speed, and if you let go going back, you stop instantly. What the hell is that? That doesn't make sense at all. In a later LP of this, I will show you some weird things you can do with that, but for now, let's get started. You may notice right away that there is no music. Now, normally with my LPs of Metroid Zero Mission, I won't have the music in the game on, so I can add in a different soundtrack in the back, since music seems to lag the game. But not for this one. No, it's just not working. There's no music at all. There's no sound. There's nothing. There's just what you see right now. You'll notice that I'm kind of wiggling around a bit, and you're probably thinking, oh, well, maybe the camera's like making it lag, or maybe the game, like his computer can't run it properly or something. No. It just lags on its own like this. It's always like this. Yeah, you see what I just did there? I just went through a house. I drove through a fucking house. Why would you put houses there if I can just drive through them like this? Oh my god. What the fuck? I'm driving up. That doesn't even make sense. There's no, like, I don't know what the problem is, how this becomes a problem. I can only assume that maybe there's like no physics engine at all. Another thing that you'll notice is that when you get close enough, lights on things will appear and you can see them through like the hills and stuff. It's just weird. God damn it. You'll also see that parts of the road will disappear at times, like they'll clip out. That's to show where when you're normally playing, there would be like a bumpy bit of ground to make like it harder for you to steer around and stuff. But, you know, the game can't do that properly. Like, again, it's not a problem with my computer. This is always like this. Trust me. As you can see, I've been going through the little checkpoints, and a red light turns green every time you go through a checkpoint. So, we're not going to go through a checkpoint, because you can go through them in any order. So I'll skip one, go through the next, and I'll come back to this one. So we're just driving along. I can't think of anything to say before that. So we drive through this one and get ready to turn around. But wait, what? 2 lights went up. Why the hell did 2 lights go up? Well, maybe that one's broken. We'll try it again here. So we'll skip one. We'll drive. Driving. Now we'll get ready to back up. But what the hell? 2 lights go on again. Another thing I'll tell you before we go on. Even though that's really stupid that 2 lights go on. I don't know why that is. So apparently if you miss one and you get the next one, it'll count as you getting 2. We're going to test to see if it'll work for 3 in a second. But as you can see, if you hold forward and you drive forward, you'll always gain speed. It'll never stop. You'll just gain it at a slower ratio. So we're going to skip this, drive past a downed helicopter, which is smaller than the big rig. I guess, maybe? I'm not sure. These big rigs didn't seem very big, but actually they are. This big rig, it's as big as this house. Almost. What the hell? These are huge rigs. Okay, so we skipped 2. We're going to see if this will work. Oh look, a wall. That has to be in there, right? No, no it doesn't. Anything that isn't the ground doesn't actually exist in the game. So we go through here. Okay, so as we can see, it only works for 2. I'm not sure why it only works for 2, but now I have to go back and I have to get the third one again. Or, since we know how this works now, I can just drive through this one and it'll give me that and the one before it, because the game is broken. Hey, let's drive up and down cliffs for a little bit. Whee! Now what you're probably thinking right now is, well, it can't be that bad. I mean, obviously, with such a broken game, you can have fun with it for a long time and laugh about it. But no, after like 5 minutes, you just get really annoyed and pissed off, and you wonder why you even downloaded this game. Yeah, I downloaded it. I'm not gonna buy this piece of shit. So, we go through and we get your winner. Yeah, a poor grammar, a stupid trophy image, and then it's over. So that's the end of the first one. But before we leave, let's go back in. The truck is called Thunder. The level is called Devil Passage. We get back to our loading screen. Again, doesn't make sense, but whatever. Also, it loads for a very long time. For the little amount of things that's in it, it loads for like, I don't know, a minute? It's like a PS1 game. So we wait for it to finish loading, which it still hasn't. What is it loading? There's nothing to load. God damn it. Okay. Wait a minute. And look. What? I didn't even get to play. What the hell? So the only way to fix that is to quit the game and go back in. You can't do anything else. You just have to quit and go back in. Anyway, that's it for my first LP of Big Rigs Over the Road Racing. Stay tuned for part 2.